Hello, and welcome to the Promotion Scope. Thanks for the replay. Hello. How are you tonight? Hi, Teresa. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, Erica. How you doing today? Hi, Terry. Welcome. Ooh, Erica has the purple hearts today. My co-host is in for a minute. Hey, Raven. How you doing today? Yay, purple hearts are my favorite. They never give them to me, but they're my favorite. Yours too? Hi, everybody. It has been a while. I haven't scoped in a week's time. The balance is completely off, but I'm trying to get there. Hi, how you doing? Hello.
My favorite color.
Come on in, come on in. Glad you're on. I need to learn how this works. You just got to get on and do it, Teresa. You just got to get on there and do it. The other day, I tried to do an actual video, and I kept I was the director. Cut. I kept making mistakes. I was like, okay, I need to get on Periscope, because you can make mistakes and keep it moving, No, I know there is no such thing as balance. You just have to do it. I was going to come on at 10 o'clock today. That was going to be my new time, 10 o'clock. I was trying that. My daughter, she has a new job, and guess what time she gets off? 10 o'clock. So mommy got to go pick her up. I'm like, you know what? Okay. Periscope is uncut. Exactly. I was like trying to do the video and talk, and I was like, okay, this is not working for me at all. I want to go back on Periscope. At least if I mess up, I can laugh and keep it moving and don't have to worry about it. You having fun with Canva, girl? I told you Canva will suck you in. That's the only thing about it. I did all my promotion stuff on my event this weekend with Canva. It looks so pretty when they sent it to me. So pretty. So yes, I love Canva. It's your best friend. It's mine too. Best friend of all friends. Okay, I'm not going to keep you guys tonight, but I wanted to talk about creating your own event. And if you popped in, you saw when you first came in that I had a little picture up there about my event that I'm doing in November. It's called Sormag's Online Book Festival. And I'm all about creating your own events. I am one of those people who, so happy for you, thank you. I am one of those people who are stuck at home with the kids. And so I do a lot of stuff online. Hi, Bonnie, welcome. I'm making moves, I'm trying. And so I do a lot of stuff online. I do events online a lot because if you can do it offline, then you can do it online. The only thing we can't do is give you some food. And that I hate that because I like to pass on some little cupcakes or something like that. You signed up? Cool. Yay. Maybe a panel. Oh, contact me. I still got spots for panel people. So it's still open. I'm still trying to get people to come in and sign up. I think because it's new, like anything else, people have a hard time trying to figure it out. They're always trying to figure it out. Just do it. And that's one of the things, that people miss out on opportunities because they're like, I don't know that. I never heard of that. Who ever heard of that? I never heard of that. I had a couple of people asking me a million questions and stuff because I was doing vendors and I'm not charging. This is a free event. If you've been to book festivals, you know that when you go to a book festival, there's authors there. They're talking about their books. There's vendors, and you can buy stuff. We're going to have to do a block party in a few seconds. Let me block this little person. Okie dokie. And so you have to get in there, and you go and meet different people. You buy books. You're checking out the vendors. You're getting you some T-shirts and stuff. And then they have, what I like about book festivals is that they have panels. I have never been to a book festival because usually they're all around the country, but I've watched them online. The Harlem Book Festival in New York, oh my God, they have a great one. And for years I sit and watch, I think the Book TV would show it. And so I was like, I want to do a book festival, but I'm going to do it online. And so that's how I decided to come up with this idea. I usually do an online conference in November, but this year has been so busy, I just didn't have time to plan it the way I wanted to do it. So the book festival is a little bit faster planning versus putting the online conference together. And so I'm doing the book festival instead. And it's to get the readers out there, love out the box. Yes, I am definitely one of those. I think sometimes I get more advanced to what people are ready for. But I do believe in trying something. If it doesn't work, then you go on to the next one, and that's how I feel about when I try different things. The book festival, I hope, will be something that I do annually. I just got to get the people in there to see that it's going to be fun and it's not going to be some crazy event. But I think it's a great way for vendors to introduce themselves to my audience and to the writer's audience, and great way for authors to introduce their books. You know, it's 3 days of getting on here and just pitching your stuff and promoting your thing. It's free. How many events can you go to that you don't have to leave your house for? That's the biggest thing that I love about it, is you can stay at home 3 days. You be on your phone or you be on your laptop, but you're gonna meet some new people. You're gonna talk about your books, and hopefully these people will buy some. Do a pass the cash. Now you know these people that I'm dealing with that are writers are not on Periscope. It will be fun. I've thought about doing doing the first event in online. I might try blab more than they can see people's faces and stuff. It might be a little bit different. Most of my writer friends are not on the Periscope, and so I think it's intimidating to them, and so they're not on here. But I have some ideas. That's your next suggestion. Yeah, I have some ideas to get them out there. I want this to be the most interactive book festival that they can have online. And so that's my goal for this festival, is to give people something different to do. You know, a lot of us can't afford to go to different places like that. We can't afford the vendor fees. You know, you're paying $400 or $500 for a table, and there's no guarantee that you're going to sell a book. You know, unless you come to my virtual tables, you get to come in there. Hi, how are you doing? How you doing, Adrian? And you get to promote your books for free. If somebody buys something, that's a blessing. But my whole point of this is to network, to meet some readers, because sometimes you go online and you're not really talking to the readers. So hopefully you can get in there and talk to the readers. And thank you so much for the purple hearts. Come on, people, give me some more colorful hearts. I love hearts. One other thing that is for networking, is for pitching your books, is for building your mailing list. You want to think about building your mailing list when you're doing online events. You want people to come back to you. You know, a lot of people go to live events and don't think about doing their mailing list. They get there, they meet all these fantastic people, and they don't get one email at all, one address, nothing. So this is all about building your mailing list, and I'm going to talk about that too when you sign up. I'm going to give you some tips on what you need to do to have fun at the book festival, because it's about fun, it's about networking, and it's about selling some books. Hi, how are you doing? Okay, so I'm going to talk about how you can create your own events, because I want some events to come to too. So you can create your own events. Now, the first thing that you should think about when you're creating your own event is, why are you hosting an event? What are your goals for this event? Why do you want to host an event? For me, I wanted to do the book festival because I wanted to meet new writers. I, as an author, want to meet readers, and I want to do some networking. And I knew that it's the end of the year. I didn't have funds to go to different live events right now. And so I said, well, let's create something where I can do all the things I want to do at a live event, but do it online. And so that's why I'm hosting this event. And so you want to put down on paper why you want to host your event. What is it for? Why do you want to do this event? Because you have to have a why you're doing this. You don't want to just put something together and you don't have a clue why you're doing it. And then if it falls apart, you're like, what the heck? You want to have a plan. So you want to create a plan on when you're trying to do an event. So number 2, what is your event about? What do you want to host your event about? Do you want to do a book launch? That's a good event. Do you want to do a book party? You want to just have a party, have everybody come to the party and talk about your book. A book discussion. That's an online event. You want to, when you're doing online, you want to make sure that you let everybody know about it. Say, show what the event is about. What are the goals for the event? What will the people get out of this event? With me in the book festival, I'm hoping that people will meet some new authors, because there's a whole bunch of authors that are out there, especially in the indie publishing realm. There is a whole bunch of people out there, and that's what I'm trying to target, is get those authors out here, get them in front of the readers, and let them know that the readers are looking for their books. And so that's what the book festival is about, getting you in front of readers, and readers getting you in front of authors, so you can ask them questions and talk to them and things. So you definitely want to know what your event is about when you're doing that. Oh, amen. Okay. So, and then the next thing, which is very important when you're doing an event, is it going to be free or is it going to be paid? When you're doing a new event, it's very hard to get people to pay for it, especially online. Online is, for some reason, people think everything has got to be free. You know, you can get them, but you just know that you're not going to bring in hundreds of people. You know, so when you're trying to do an event, think about that when you, you know, what is the budget that you want to use for this event? How much do you want to charge? You know, what I'm charging for this event is free, but I'm gonna have a program, so as a digital program, and so you can sponsor a page in the digital program, or you can also do a digital goodie that's gonna go into the goodie bags that I give out. I give out a virtual goodie bag for everybody that attends. So those are the ways that I can make money off the festival, but the festival is free to attend. So I wanted to keep it free so people will come to it and be there. And if you want to do some advertising or sponsorships, then I have a way for you to do that too. And you want to do the same thing. You always want to offer people a chance to promote themselves, you know, on another side of your event. Number 4 is no, I'm at number 3. Who is your audience? When you're doing an event, you want to know who's going to come to your event. You know, is this for readers only? Are you going to invite authors too? This event is for authors and readers. A lot of readers. I want lots and lots of readers to show up, you know, and come and support us. But I'm trying to keep it limited. I don't know, it's number 4. Okay, thank you. I lost count. And so you want readers to, you want to know who your audience is. When it's all over, you say everybody, you know, it can't be for everybody. So you want to know who's your audience is. So when they ask you, well, who's the audience? Who's this for? You know, is this going to be for business owners? Are you having an event for business owners? Or are you having an event for writers only? Is this a conference for just for writers? Who's supposed to come? Who can attend? You know, so you want to make sure you know who your audience is. And because you want to know who your audience is, that helps you when you're trying to promote it, where you want to go where the people are that you want to come to your audience, you know, to your event. My event is going to be on Facebook, so I'm promoting to the people on Facebook. I'm promoting to my mailing list. I'm asking the authors to promote to their mailing list. You know, and then we're going to try to get out there to Twitter and different places like that, so you can tell the people, hey, all the readers, you know, I need to get on Goodreads too and tell them about it, so people will know, hey, we're having an event. I want you all to come and attend. Then, she said I was on number 5. Okay. Oh, and how long will it be? People want to know that. How long will your event be? Like my event is November the 6th through the 8th, so it's 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And so when you do an event, you want to know how long it's going to be. I advise you when you're doing your first event, a 1-day event, because you're trying to get your foot in there and learn how to do an event, and you don't want to overwhelm yourself. I remember the first event I did online, it was 7 days. I thought I was crazy. I had this great idea, and I was going to do this. I was whooped raggedy when it was over. I needed 2 days, a whole week off to recuperate, but it was fantastic. It was fun. I was up to like 2 o'clock every night. It was a mess, but I had a great time, but it was very overwhelming because I didn't realize how much work it was going to take to do 7 days. So I definitely recommend trying 1 day first to see how the event goes, and then spread yourself out a little more, you know, if you want to do more days than 1 day. But those are some tips to get you started on creating your own event. So the first one, go over it again, is why are you hosting an event? Always know why you want to host an event, why, what, and the goals of your event. Number 2, what will the event be about? What's the topic? What you're trying to get out there to the people? You know, and I didn't put in there was who you're going to feature in your event. You know, you got to bring somebody other than yourself. Sometimes it takes more than you to bring people to your event. You know, are you going to be hosting some friends with you, 3 or 4 friends? You know, sometimes you got a big time name person and that can help you, especially when you're doing conferences or something like that. Or like me, I'm doing book event. This book event, so it's going to be authors. So those are the featured people. There are going to be lots of authors and featured vendors. And so that helps bring more people to your event. Then you want to know if it's going to be free, you know, if you're going to be free, or are you going to charge paid? When I do the conferences, I charge for them to come to the conference. I used to be free, but now, because it takes a lot of work to put into that, so you have to take in consideration how much work you're going to put into that. Are you going to recoup your time that you're putting into it? That's how you determine if you're going to do a paid event or not, because you want to recoup what you invested into your event. What was number 4? How long will it be? How long do you want it to be? Oh, and I forgot, I switched it around. Number 4 was, who is the audience? Who is your audience? You want to know who will be coming to your event. So that's very important. And then the last one was how long it will be. I suggested you do one day just to get your feet wet and figure out if that's something you want to do. But I recommend, at least, especially as an author, that you do one online event a year. Try something different, even if it's just a book launch. You want to have something so the people who can't come see you in person at least can hang out with you online. And that's why you want to do live online events, because you want to get remember, we're all about building relationships. You can't build relationships if you're not meeting people. So if you can't get offline to go to the conferences or to the book clubs and things like that, then you need to be trying to create your own stuff online so you can get people to come and talk to you, network with you, mingle with you. And, and if you don't want to create your own events, then you need to find those events like mine, the book festival. You need to find those events that you can participate in so you can start building some relationships. Especially if you're a new author, it is really hard to get your name out there. I'm a new author and I'm finding that out. It's very hard to get your name out there in front of people and getting people to trust you enough to want to spend their money and buy a book from you. So when you go into these events, this gets you in front of people and they can say, hey, I know who LaShaunda is. I saw her. She was at that event I was at online. Let me check her out. And that's the same way. You want those people to check you out. So come to some events, sign up for them. If you haven't registered for the book festival, it's still open. We got 2 more weeks before the event happens, and you can get in there. I got some panels, discussions that are with some slots still available. So you contact me at oneswordmag@gmail.com if you want to be on the panels. We're going to have lots of fun. We're going to have some goodies to win. And it's just going to be a great event, and I hope that you all can attend. Before I get out of here, I'm all about helping you with your promotion. So if anybody has any questions about promoting or any questions about doing their own event, just leave it in the comments, and I will answer them. I also want to know what you guys are up to, what you've been up to. Come talk to me. I'm excited to have you here. What you're doing with your promotion. Anybody doing any exciting promotions? Do you have any events you're doing this month or next month? The year is almost up. Can you believe that? We got 2 more months to go. So I know you got some great fun plans for your holiday promotions. No holiday promotions? Everybody should be having some holiday promotions, getting your stuff out there. You got to get ready for Black Friday. Yes, you can do Black Friday if you're an author. You can do some sales for that. You need to be having some Black Friday promotion. You need some Christmas promotion. You need some New Year's Eve promotions. Everything to get your book out there to the people. If you got some Christmas-themed books, this is the time to be plugging them, because people are getting their books ready to read when they're on their holiday break. Yes, everybody does holiday breaks, so you want them to get those books and buy them up and have about 4 or 5 of your books on their Kindle or beside their bed so they can do it. Doing a few giveaways with other authors. Oh, good. That's good. Yeah, collaboration is very good for authors. Get out there and, a lot of people do events together. So definitely look at that and see about, promoting your stuff. I am having my first book event this weekend. I'm all excited. I get to do my first book signing, and I'm going to do a little speech. I have not a clue. I've been practicing, but I'm probably going to freak out when I get there. I got my little business cards. I bought me some business cards to pass out, and thank you. I'm excited. My family is coming, so I'm just excited for them because they've been bugging me about, are you going to do a lunch party? And I was like, no. But I'm doing that. And I want to get some little cupcakes to give out and stuff. I'm really excited about it. It's 21 other authors that are going to be there. They're all indie authors, and I'm really excited about meeting 21 new authors. I've never heard of none of them, and I will be passing out some business cards. I will be getting some emails to be putting on my mailing list. Yes, sirree. I got a little book that I'm going to take and have everybody sign up for. So I'm going as the author/businesswoman because, hey, I think some of them need to have some virtual teas with me. I am ready to get them on my mailing list and get some promotion doing with them too. So I'm really excited about the event. And I definitely recommend to authors to, before you go outside of your circle, start in your circle, your local things. Victoria Christopher Mary told me that the first thing you want to do is start locally before you go outside of local. Try everything. You don't know what type of events they have. The library is where I'm doing this event. They invited me, one of the librarians she told me about it, and I went and signed up for it, and it's free. They're hosting 21 authors. They have a keynote speaker, and if the lady hadn't told me about it, I probably wouldn't have never heard about it. But definitely check out local stuff that in your area if you're a writer, and you want to get out there in front of people, because a lot of times you can't travel far away, and so do locally. I'm working on that. I'm trying to get into the community more, because I did a lot of stuff online. Now I'm trying to get offline, and I definitely recommend that to at least get offline, once a month or something, to do some events with things in your community. Well, I didn't see anybody make any comments about any questions that they had or something, so I am going to let you go. I've been on here for a little while running my mouth. It was nice to talk to everybody. I hope you're going to be creating your own events, and if you are, definitely hit me up at onesormeg@gmail.com. You know what? I did not introduce myself. I am sorry for those who are on the replay. I am LaShaunda Hoffman. I am a promotion coach. I help you get your books out of the closet and in front of new readers by creating a plan to get you out there and get to promoting your books. I do virtual tea sessions, one-on-one or in the group section. I am getting ready for 2016, so if you want some help with your promotion, you need to be getting in touch with me and talking to me about getting your books out there. My group sessions start in January, and we meet at least twice a month, and we talk about getting our books out there, promoting. I give you some action plans to do, and we're doing something weekly. This month we're doing videos. Sean Hoffman, really? We're doing videos, and so my challenge for this week was to do a video without your face, because I think our vendor's doing book or paperback. What do you mean by books? As in ebooks? You can do whatever you want as a vendor. Sell whatever you want in your little vendor slot. So whatever you want to sell. If you want to sell the print books, then you have a link for that. You want to sell the e-copies, and you have a link for that. So if you want to do they could call it intensive time, where you sit down with me for a couple of hours and we create a plan for you, I can do that too. So just contact me if you really need some help in getting your book out there. I also invite you to come into my promotion group. See, if this was video, I would have had to cut and start all over again. So I messed up. I keep moving. So come into my promotion group. See You on the Net Promotions. Facebook. Hit me up there and I'll put you in the group. The group is fantastic. We have been to this week we're learning about press kits, and so you can come in there if you need some help that way, and we are all about helping each other promote our books. So that is it for tonight. I want to thank you all for popping in with me today. I hope you all had a great day, and maybe we can work together in the future. I will be back hopefully tomorrow talking some more stuff and about promotion. And for those who gave me hearts, thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you are periscoping, hit me up and let me know when you periscope so I can check you out too, because I definitely believe in helping support people who are periscoping, because it's such a fun little app, and you need people to come into your room and keep you company. So thank you for keeping me company tonight, and I hope you all have a blessed evening. If I can turn it around. Alrighty. Don't forget to register for the festival. We still have a slot